Fear, F-E-A-R, has two meanings: forget everything and run, or face everything and rise. That choice is yours. Fight or flight, we always fight. Sometimes we take a tactical retreat, but only to re-engage.
Jesus 911.
Complacency kills, Jess.
That's right. You got it. You got it, brother. And we're talking about the demonic in our culture right now, Ruben, and we're seeing it. We're seeing it right now, lived out right before our eyes. We're seeing stuff, Ruben, that I've never imagined would happen in this country. The left is turning this country into a banana republic, like a third world country. We're being the laughing stock of the world right now, the way we're running these elections. Another article that we have here that really segues into what's happening in our country. The article is called "Exorcist Exposes Demonic Forces to Blame for Violent Unrest. America Needs Deliverance." That's by Monsignor Stephen Rossetti, who himself is an exorcist. So here's what he says. He gives a couple of points, and I'll go back and forth with Ruben. He says this: "We typically do assessments of individuals who may have demonic activity. If one were to assess our country as a whole right now, there are strong signs of our country being demonically oppressed. First, there are plenty of openings for the demonic. There is a significant drop in the practice of the Catholic faith, thus losing a critical grace protection. Moreover, many people are practicing witchcraft, Wicca, Ouija boards, and other occult practices, which open the door to the demonic. Also, there's almost 1 million abortions each year, which we have found to be a huge demonic door. And there are other sinful behaviors on the rise, such as internet pornography, drug and sexual addictions, and more. Sin gives evil increasing access to our lives." Let me comment on that, Ruben. We're seeing stuff right now that I could not even imagine this 20 years ago. I've never seen in my life an organized cabal of witches and Satanists that are cursing the president liturgically every Saturday night and using social media to do that. I've never seen that in my life. Organized evil to project curses upon our president in the White House. I've never seen so many people open to Wicca and the Ouija board and Harry Potter and witchcraft and all these other occult practices, which all of that, like this exorcist Father Rossetti says, it opens the door to the devil. That's what's happening right now. This is also Satanists themselves, having been interviewed, they say that, these aren't my words, this is not Jess Romero, they say that abortion is a satanic liturgy. It's an offering to Satan. Well, when the Democrats have allowed this to happen since 1973 through legislation and fund it with dollars, this is every abortion is like a consecration, like a black mass to the devil. That's a huge demonic door that's been opened because one party is completely behind this. And then the article talks about other sinful behaviors that are allowing more and more demons to just, come into the country. They're triggered. They're active. They're basically they have free reign to attack people. How? Internet pornography, drug and sexual addiction. We just have, what state was it? Oregon, that just legalized heroin, cocaine, and meth. Are you kidding me?
My God.
We are right now, Ruben, in the battle of our life as Catholics. And as Catholics, we have to use the weapons that the Catholic Church has given us. And you know what? Don't look to the leadership so much. Don't look to them. You know what's right. We have the sense of the faith. We know that we should be praying around the clock. We know we should be armoring up with our sacramentals. We know that we should be, encouraging one another, like-minded people. At this moment, Ruben, the only person that I'm getting a lot of apostolic direction from is Archbishop Carlo Maria Vigano.
That's absolutely right, Jess. And somebody who you always quote on your shows is Father Gabriel Mort. He a former exorcist of Rome. He said that 90% of the possession cases he faced were the result of a curse. And you mentioned all these people that that are putting curses on the president. It spawned a new generation of witches. And, you can just look it up on the internet. All over the United States, an alliance of magical practitioners called the Magic Resistance gathered tarot cards, feathers, orange and white candles, pins, water, salt, matches, ashtrays, all these unflattering photos of the president. Objects are prerequisites for a binding spell. They do incantations, typically used to keep someone from harming themselves or others, like a magical straitjacket. And they're doing that to the president. Apparently they've done over 30. This was back since he took office, this Magic Resistance. So it's probably by now they're doing it every year, several times. They cast a spell during each waning crescent moon since February 24th, 2017, and they've done it. The article that I was looking at, they'd already done it over 33 times. So, wow. That's why we have to keep praying for our leaders, pray for our presidents, and
Ruben, I'm going to give people just a little bit of homework. It's simple. Every hour, every 60 minutes, take 1 minute, do an Our Father for our president, a Hail Mary, and a St. Michael. Every hour for the rest of the day until we find out what happens, until justice prevails. So every hour, every 60 minutes, stop, an Our Father, a Hail Mary, and a St. Michael. Fire off these prayers. It's called ejaculations, these short little prayers. Fire them off for our country, because if America goes dark, the whole world's going to go dark.
That's right. Father Rossetti goes on to say that, second, there are signs in our country of demonic mentality infecting our communities. One of the first signs of demonic is discord. Have we seen that here? Absolutely. The level of discord in this country is through the roof. A rising level of unhappiness, hopelessness, and suicides are also typical demonic signs. Suicide rates have been rising in the USA for several years, and outbursts of rage, anger, and violence often accompany demonic activity. One sign of this in our country is a steady increase in terrorism.
Wow.
So, we're seeing
terrorism. Yep. Black Lives Matter, Antifa, Occupy Wall Street's coming out of retirement. These are all American terrorist organizations.
Yep.
And what Ruben just actually also read about suicide rates.
Yep.
They're on the rise. They're on the rise. And by the way, any exorcist will tell you, if you say, Father, so what's the end game of the devil, of a demon, in relation to a human person? They'll tell you. Basic Catholic theology. They want you to kill yourself. The demon will use depression, despair, despondency, try to keep you in isolation from other people, from the church, and that's exactly what the liberals are trying to do. 50 people in the church, 6 feet apart. That's a diabolical plan to separate you from other people, because people encourage other people in the faith. And so what happens? If the devil could isolate you, and if the devil could thrust you down to depression and despair, that's what Judas fell into. Guess what? The third thing is suicide. That's the end game of a demon, and we're seeing record numbers of suicide right now in the United States. That's a powerful sign that the devil is unleashed upon this world and his army of demons. As Catholics, we have to fight that with hope. If you start falling into despair, there's the two prayers: to stop what you're doing and pray the Hail Holy Queen. Stop what you're doing and pray the Hail Holy Queen. Look at what this prayer says. Hail Holy Queen, Mother of Mercy, our life, our sweetness, and our hope. To you do we cry, poor banished children of Eve. To you do we send up our sighs, mourning and weeping in this valley of tears. Turn then, most gracious advocate, thine eyes of mercy towards us. And after this our exile, show unto us the blessed fruit of thy womb, Jesus. O clement, O loving, O sweet Virgin Mary, pray for us, O most holy Mother of God, that we may be made worthy of the promises of Christ. If you start falling into despair, stop what you're doing. Stop it. Take custody of your intellect and pray the Hail Holy Queen immediately. This is Jesse Romero, Catholic Lay Evangelist, and I want to thank you for watching this video on Virgin Most Powerful Radio. Make sure you leave a like and a comment on the video. Also, don't forget to subscribe. Find out how to receive exclusive content in the description below. And always remember to take the information you gathered from this video and evangelize everyone you know. Thank you, and full sheen ahead.